So good morning dear students, welcome to the last class of design, drawing and safety. So in the last class we have done till here, right? So use of fire extinguisher. Now the last topic in this, okay, the page is also over. The last topic in this we have safe building evacuation. Safe building evacuation, that is fire escape. Correct. So let us consider a floor plan of a building. So consider a floor plan of a building. So this is an open space and this is your staircase. So let us consider this is the floor plan. Yeah, today we have started from here only. So draw this one. So when you are done, just tell me. So done everyone? Okay. अनूप मलिक, तुषार अग्रवाल. So done everyone? अगर डन है तो आगे चले. Okay, now see, this is a floor plan of a building. Now suppose this is one floor of the building, there are few offices or there are few rooms in which the worker is working, right. Suppose one room catches fire, right. If one room catches fire, so what will happen? So if one room catches fire, these people will run, right, they will run, isn't it? So they will run like this. So obviously when the one building or one room catches fire, so everybody will run, isn't it? So everyone is going to run, correct. So everyone will run for their life, isn't it? They want to exit, correct. Now what will happen? There are general requirements that, so these are the doors which are open, these are the doors, one side openable doors, and these are two side openable doors, right. And you have seen that there will be near the staircase in green color, there will be exit word that is basically written, isn't it? So these are basically called as exit doorways. So right, so right. So these are basically called as horizontal exit. It is called as horizontal exit, two side openable door, and this is just called as exit doorways. Right. So when there will be fire at any floor, the people will run for their life so that they can come to the open space, right. So they will come to the open space, isn't it? They will come to the open space, isn't it? Okay. So what are the general requirements that we have to check? General requirement. The first one is called as exit access. First one is called as exit access. So access that leads to staircase, lobbies, corridor, etc. Correct. So exit that leads to a staircase. So this exit is leading to the staircase. This exit is leading to the lobbies, right, or corridor, so on. So now there are two things that you have to understand in exit access. The first thing is these are called as what are exit doorways and what are horizontal exit. Clear? ये फर्स्ट स्लाइड ही है देवांशु कुमार. दिस इज द फर्स्ट स्लाइड. This is the first slide only, correct. So we have started from here, safe building evacuation, and this is the very first slide of today's class. ठीक. So access that leads to staircase, lobbies, corridor, etc. नोट कर लीजिए फटाफट. Correct. Now, so the first one in this, we have exit doorways. Exit doorways, right. So it must be one side openable, self closing type, right. So it must be one side openable, self closing type, correct. Its width is of 1 meter and can withstand fire up to 1 hour, correct. So exit doorways. Fine. At least one exit doorways for each room must be provided, correct. So if you go to any hospital or any mall, you will see this kind of thing, right. What? So there will be shopping mall, in a shopping mall there will be number of shops in a line, correct. If you go to any shopping mall, there will be shops in a line. There will be basically a corridor kind of thing where the people will walk, and whenever they want to go to some shop, they can go easily, right. So this is how they will go. And here, so there will be a corridor, and there will be horizontal exit like this. So from here, where you will come to here, you will directly go to the exit, or you will access to the lift, right. This is how it is made. Second, after exit doorways, we have horizontal exit. Now what is horizontal exit? Horizontal exit, right. It is two side openable and self closing type, It has each door has a width of 1 meter and can withstand fire up to 1 hour. It is generally used to connect two floors at same level. For easy egress from one floor to another in case of fire. In case of fire. Right. So these are generally used in hospitals, malls, etc. Correct. So this is your exit access. The second one, it is called simple exit. So exit that leads to or that connects exit access to exit discharge. Now what is exit discharge? Exit discharge means from where the people will exit. For example, here if you see, so this portion is your exit discharge, right? So this is your exit discharge, right? So this one is your exit discharge, correct? Because from here the person will come to the open space, isn't it? So this is your exit discharge, right? Because from here they will come to the open space. So this is also called as exit discharge, correct? It is called as exit discharge. So this exit discharge means the exit that will leads to the open space. It is called as exit discharge, right? So this door, it is your exit discharge because from here the person will come to the open space, exit discharge, correct? So exit that connects exit access to exit discharge. So here we use, now you can see that exit, the exit is basically, it is your the access that is basically connected to the staircase, right? So staircase is basically your exit, correct? Because in case of fire the person will not use lifts, they will, because if there is a fire, then what will happen? Then due to the short circuit the lift will get stuck and the person will get trapped, so that will become more fatal. So in case of fire you should not use any kind of lifts, you should always use staircase. So exit that connects exit access to exit discharge. In this we have staircase, correct? Suppose this is a building, and let us say these are the floors. this is open space. So let us say these are the staircases. Suppose there are people working on each floor. Right. Suppose this is a building and these are the staircase that is connected to a building. सर कितने स्लाइड्स हो गए? 2 स्लाइड्स हो चुके हैं. Right. And suppose there is some fire that has broke. Let us say this is the fire. ठीक है, जिनका जो छूट गया वो हम बाद में क्लास के बाद दिखा देंगे. ठीक है, तो जगह छोड़ दीजिए सो दैट right. See, any building greater or equal to 15 meters or having area greater or equal to 500 square meter must be equipped with two set of staircases, one inside and other outside of building, and other outside of building. The staircase outside the building must be made of fire resistant material, and must lead to open space. Correct? The exit path, okay, in a building there must be at least 2 set of stairs. अच्छा ये तो हो ही गया. As a note, the lift must not be used in case of fire. Why? Because the power supply will get interrupted, the people might get trapped. Second, the signage for exit, the signage of exit and the path of egress, the path of egress must be in green color. Right? तो आपने देखा होगा कि exit it is written in green color, or if you go on an aeroplane, so near the aisle seat there is a patti, है ना, which glows green in color. So whenever you see the green color, that means that is the fire exit. Red color does not guarantee the fire exit, but the green color will always be used for the fire exit. तो अगर आप green पट्टी के ऊपर चलोगे, that means it is going to lead you to the fire exit, right? So the signage of exit and the path of egress must be in green color. Third, the path of egress, the path of egress, egress का मतलब है जहां से हमें निकलना है, must be well ventilated, hurdle free, and must contain reliable alarm system, must contain reliable alarm system. Correct? So these are the few things that you should know about the exit. Correct? So that was the second one, exit. Third and the last is your exit discharge. Exit discharge. So exit that leads to the open surface, exit that leads to open surface. Correct? Exit that leads to open surface is called as exit discharge. Fine. So here you can see that in case of fire, so when the fire breaks here, so what will happen? So when the fire will break here, so this person, right, so the smoke, where the smoke will go? This smoke will go up, isn't it? So this smoke will go up. So what will happen? The visibility will be very poor for the person who are in the upstairs, right? इनको दिखाई नहीं देगा, तो obviously they will be trapped. So what they will do? So in such case, they will run in this direction, isn't it? And they will exit from here. Similarly, this person will run in this direction and this person will run in this direction. This person can run in any direction. This person can run like this, or this person can run in any direction, isn't it? So that is why, because the bottom person will have no problem, they can easily run. But if the fire is here in this floor, the smoke will go up, these people will unable to come use this staircase, lifts cannot be used. So obviously for them there should be some external staircase that has to be equipped, right? So in foreign countries, if you go for a taller building, they will have two types of right? So if you have seen some movies, in that case you can see that there are two types of staircases. If you see the movies like Final Destination and all those stuff, so there you will see that these kind of staircases are there. रोहन चौधरी, that is called as shoot, right? जो आप बोल रहे हो ना उसको बोलते हैं shoot, CHUTE, shoot बोलते हैं उसको, right? उसमें क्या होता है कि at every floor there will be a shoot, मतलब इस तरीके से होता है, right? Like for example in Japan if you go, so there a kind of shoot is there, right? Shoot में क्या होता है कि हर 2 फ्लोर पे, right? So for every 2 फ्लोर, और वो हाई राइज बिल्डिंग पे यूज नहीं कर सकते हैं, राइट? सो देयर विल बी अ शूट लाइक दिस, ये इस तरीके से आता है, इसमें आदमी को ये हो जाएगा, है ना, और ये आदमी स्लाइड करके यहाँ पे पहुँच जाएगा, करेक्ट? सो दिस इज हाउ इट हैपन्स इन शूट, करेक्ट? इट इज जस्ट लाइक इफ यू हैव सीन दैट मूवी, एक मूवी आई थी, हिंदी मूवी थी बादशाह करके, उसमें जो यू हैव सीन दैट शाहरुख खान ऊपर से स्लाइड मारता है ना, बिल्कुल वैसा ही होता है, बट इट इज नॉट ओपन, इट इज बेसिकली देयर विल बी राउंड, इसमें लोग घुसते हैं और यहाँ से निकल जाते हैं, राइट? इसको बोलते हैं शूट. इट इज ऑल्सो बिल्डिंग इवैक्यूएशन मेथड. फाइन, इस तरीके से चीज़ भी यूज होता है, बट इट इज नॉट यू नो इन द इंडस्ट्री. बेसिकली व्हेन वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट दिस स्टेयरकेस वी यूज दिस काइंड ऑफ थिंग, राइट? आप इस तरीके से भी लगा सकते हो, लेकिन इट इज नॉट जनरली प्रेफर्ड. स्टेयरकेस आर मोर प्रेफर्ड, क्योंकि सब लोग इसके अंदर, इसके लिए हिम्मत चाहिए होता है. राइट, तो इस तरीके लिए क्या होता है, एवरीबडी कैन नॉट प्रेफर दिस वन. ओल्ड मतलब ओल्ड आदमी हो या फिर इस तरीके से, ठीक है, तो इस तरीके से एवरीबडी कैन नॉट यूज शूट्स बिकॉज ड्यू टू हाई फ्रिक्शन बहुत हीट डेवलप हो जाता है. तो यू नो द पर्सन हु इज गोइंग टू स्लाइड, उस पर छाले पड़ जाते हैं, तो ये बहुत हाइट के लिए यूज नहीं कर सकते. वी कैन नॉट यूज फॉर वेरी हाइट, एंड इट इज नॉट दैट मच रिकमेंडेड ऑल्सो, बिकॉज ये जो है इट इज, क्योंकि विद सब्सटैंशियल वेलोसिटी आदमी नीचे आता है. सो दैट इज वाई इन द इंडस्ट्री दे यूज दिस काइंड ऑफ स्टेयरकेसेस, करेक्ट? तो ये हो गया आपका एग्जिट डिस्चार्ज, राइट? चलिए, तो इसी के साथ ये चैप्टर हमारा खत्म होता है. सो वी आर गोइंग फॉर द last and final chapter of this. Now before going to this next chapter, I will just show you some of the fire extinguisher, some of the fire extinguisher used in industry. Some of the fire, you don't have to write this one, just look at these pictures, right? Some of the fire extinguisher used in industry. See, right? So this one, it is called as ये sprinklers. इसको क्या बोलते हैं? It is called as sprinklers. Correct. So you have seen this one. It is called as sprinklers. इसको बोलते हैं sprinklers. Right. So जब भी आग लगेगी, right? So when there will be fire, something like this. So from here the water will come. So you have seen this kind of sprinklers in the mall and so on. रोहन चौधरी, सही बात है, राइट, स्प्रिंकलर्स. नाउ दिस वन इट इज कॉल्ड एज फायर हाइड्रेंट, इसको बोलते हैं फायर हाइड्रेंट, एंड दीज आर बेसिकली यूज टू रीफिल द फायर एक्सटिंग्विशर्स, राइट. जो बड़े बड़े व्हीकल्स आते हैं, है ना, मान लो कि सपोज देयर इज अ ह्यूज फायर, 3-4 फायर ब्रिगेड को आपने बुला लिया, so they are basically using the water, but if the water finishes, so there will be standpipe near the corner, so they will fill from here and then again they will go. Now in India you will not find this kind of standpipe everywhere. For example, in Delhi, if you go to the Chandni Chowk area, in Delhi if you go to Chandni Chowk area, then you will find number of fire hydrants are placed here, because that is a market of clothes. तो कपड़े में अगर एक कपड़े में किसी के आग लग गया, पूरा का पूरा चांदनी चौक तबाह हो जाएगा, बिकॉज एक लाइन से सारे कपड़ों के मार्केट्स हैं, राइट. सो देयर विल बी ऑलवेज फायर ब्रिगेड. नाउ विच द एरिया विच इज मोर प्रोन फॉर फायर, देयर विल बी ऑलरेडी फायर ब्रिगेड स्टैंडिंग देयर विद द स्टैंड पाइप्स, है ना. जहां पे आग लगने की प्रोबेबिलिटी ज्यादा है या फिर आग लगने से बहुत ज्यादा नुकसान हो सकता है, वहां पे पहले ही गवर्नमेंट क्या करती है, फायर एक्सटिंग्विशर को बैठा देती है कि अगर बाय मिस्टेक अगर कहीं से आग लगता है, they can use it. So this is called as fire hydrant, right. Now this is called as deluge. This is called as deluge, and it is used in petroleum industry, because you know that petroleum industry. So why? Because you know that petrol, if it catches fire, right, and petrol we know that it is a liquid, तो किसी liquid में आग लगता है तो बहुत जल्दी फैलता है. In case of solid it takes time. अगर मान लो पेपर को भी बर्न करोगे, इट विल टेक टाइम टू बर्न कंप्लीटली. इफ यू बर्न अ रबर ऑल्सो इट विल टेक टाइम, बट फॉर अ लिक्विड और फॉर गैस इट इज वेरी डिफिकल्ट टू कंट्रोल द फायर, बिकॉज एज सुन एज इट कैचेस फायर, पूरा पेट्रोल या पूरा डीजल या पूरा केरोसिन में अचानक से पूरे में आग लग जाता है, इजंट इट. सो दैट इज वाई in such case, say this is basically your one fuel tank, let us say some Indian oil or Bharat Petroleum, some petrol or some diesel or some kerosene, whatever is some flammable liquid is placed here. You can see that there is a pipe, this is pipe, one pipe here, second pipe here, so there are two pipes. These are basically called as deluge, and these are basically sprinklers will be connected in front of that, right. Sprinklers will be present, but these sprinklers does not carry water, they use some other chemicals, because water cannot extinguish the fire caught by the liquid, है ना, फायर से और आग भड़क जाएगी. So these stand pipes, sorry, these deluge will be there, and whenever there is a fire, the chemical will be rushed in, and from all these are the all sprinklers. You can see that at regular interval the sprinklers are connected, and at regular height their sprinklers will be present. As soon as there is a fire, all the sprinklers will get on simultaneously, and it will make a layer so that oxygen cannot come from this side, and they will try to fire, they will try to extinguish the fire of this the caught due to the petrol or diesel or any liquid, right. So this is called as deluge. क्या बोलते हैं इसका? Deluge. Now another type that we have, it is called as fire, it is called as water mist, right. It is called as water mist. Now this is the latest technology that is used in the industry, in which less than 200 microns, right, less than 200 ठीक है, कलर ही चेंज हो गया. लेस देन 200 microns will be there, right. So we have less than 200 microns. So what will happen, from here the mist, water mist will be formed like this, and it is going to cover, suppose there is a fire, so water mist will be there, and it is going to form a layer, a blanket, it is going to form a blanket kind of thing around the fire, so that oxygen cannot penetrate inside it, है ना. So एक layer type का बन जाएगा. Suppose there is a fire like this, so a blanket of water mist will be formed, so that the air cannot come inside. So if air does not come inside, the chain reaction will stop and the fire will extinguish. So this is called as water mist, right. Next, these are called as standpipes. Okay, water mist. These are called as standpipes. You must have seen in the mall, hospitals, and so on. Standpipes, right? So there will be hose pipe somewhere here, and you need to connect the hose pipe, and then you have to use the fire extinguisher. So these are the some of the fire extinguisher used in the industries, right? Fine. Now coming to the last topic, that is safety in industries, right? Safety in industries. Clear till here? So chapter number 4 or 5, 4, 1, 2, I think it was. So this was chapter number 1, chapter number 2 was work, chapter number 3 was fire safety, isn't it? Yeah, chapter number 4 है ये. Safety in industries. Right. So common hazard that we are going to see. The first one, it is called as slip, trip and fall. Now what is a slip, trip and fall? See, this is called as slip, trip and fall. So what is slip? Slip is fall. Slip is basically due to lack of friction. If a person falls due to lack of friction, it is called a slip. If a person falls due to some hindrance in their path, it is called as trip. And due to the imbalance of the body, if the person falls from certain height, it is called as fall. So this is a common hazard that happens in the industry. आदमी कहीं इंडस्ट्री में गिर जाता है, किसकी वजह से? Due to the greasy surface, due to the watery surface, due to the lack of friction. Trips due to the scattered cables, uneven roads or uneven platforms. Falls at certain height, right? So these are the common hazard that is going to happen, isn't it? So the first one, we will discuss about the slip, trip and fall. So what is the hazard? Hazard, correct? Effect and precaution. Okay, so one thing we can do is, right? So this is the hazard, effect and precaution. Correct? Hazard, effect and precaution. Precaution. Correct? So the first one is called as slip. Slip, that is due to lack of friction, है ना? तो slip कैसा होगा? So correct, slip. So due to lack of friction, correct? What is going to be the effect? Effect जो होगा injury. Precaution is clean the surface, or use anti-slippery boots. Use anti-slippery boots, है ना? Surface clean करके चलो तो slip नहीं करोगे. Suppose if it is greasy, clean it. If it is watery, clean it. right? Second one, it is called as trip. Right. So, it is due to hindrance in the path of movement. It is due to hindrance in the path of movement, है कि नहीं? इसको बोलते हैं ट्रिप. इसकी वजह से भी क्या होगा, इंजर्ड हो जाएगा आदमी, इंजरी. सो वॉच स्टेप्स बिफोर वॉकिंग. या वॉच स्टेप्स while walking. Watch steps while walking. ठीक है. अब जैसे कभी क्या होता है कि घरों के अंदर भी आदमी ट्रिप कर जाता है. मे बी सम almirah is open, मे बी सम स्लीपर्स आर scattered, मे बी someone has put the cables here. So while walking we trip, है ना. पैर में कभी फंस करके गिर जाते हैं, कभी जूते चप्पल में लड़खड़ा के गिर जाते हैं, है ना. तो ये सब जनरली होता है कब, मान लो कि सम पार्टी इज गोइंग ऑन, बहुत लोग आए हैं, बहुत जूते चप्पल बाहर है, तो एक चप्पल के ऊपर दूसरे चप्पल रखे हुए हैं, आप चलते वक्त क्या गिर गए. समटाइम्स अनइवन रोड्स, कभी कभी ऊंचा नीचा रोड होता है उसकी वजह से. समटाइम्स स्टेयरकेस कभी ऊंचा या कभी नीचा हो गया तो इसकी वजह से. सो ट्रिप्स कैन हैपन एट एनी प्लेस, राइट. ऐसा नहीं है, ये जनरली वी आर टॉकिंग इन टर्म्स ऑफ इंडस्ट्री, बट इट कैन हैपन एनीवेयर, है ना. इसको बोलते हैं ट्रिप. करेक्ट. स्लिप हो गया, ट्रिप हो गया. तीसरा, it is called as fall. राइट, ऐसे गिर गया आदमी, फॉल. सो ड्यू टू इम्बैलेंस ऑफ बॉडी अगर इम्बैलेंस की वजह से गिर गए, ड्यू टू इम्बैलेंस ऑफ बॉडी, इसकी वजह से भी क्या हो जाएगा, इंजरी. यूज फॉल अरेस्ट सिस्टम इन सच केस. ठीक. correct? Done? Okay. Next, so second, let us come the second one. So this was the first one, first one. Second one, it is called as scaffolds. Scaffolds, what are scaffolds? So it is your temporary structure for construction, decoration or repair, correct? So it can be three types. What are those? First one, static scaffold, इसको फिक्स्ड स्कैफोल्ड भी कह सकते हैं, फिक्स्ड स्कैफोल्ड. सेकेंड, रोलिंग स्कैफोल्ड, सस्पेंडेड स्कैफोल्ड. ठीक है, इसको मैं इसका आई विल शो द पिक्चर, देन इट विल बी इजी फॉर यू टू अंडरस्टैंड. है ना? सो वी हैव थ्री टाइप्स ऑफ स्कैफोल्ड, स्टैटिक या फिर फिक्स्ड स्कैफोल्ड, वी हैव रोलिंग स्कैफोल्ड एंड वी हैव सस्पेंडेड स्कैफोल्ड. तीन टाइप के स्कैफोल्ड्स होते हैं. Every scaffold must have toe board, mid rail, guard rail. अब ये क्या होता है मैं आपको बता देता हूं. ठीक है, अभी क्या होता है, एवरी स्कैफोल्ड मस्ट हैव टो बोर्ड, मिड रेल एंड गार्ड रेल. सो लेट अस अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट इज इट. नाउ इससे पहले एक चीज हमने यहाँ पे यूज किया है, इसको बोलते हैं फॉल अरेस्ट सिस्टम, इजंट इट? नाउ व्हाट इज फॉल अरेस्ट सिस्टम, ये भी जानना जरूरी है कि फॉल अरेस्ट सिस्टम क्या होता है, राइट? फॉल अरेस्ट सिस्टम क्या होता है ये भी मैं आपको बता देता हूँ, और ये बेसिकली व्हाट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ टो बोर्ड, मिड रेल, गार्ड रेल, ये भी मैं अब बता देता हूँ. व्हाट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ फिक्स्ड रोलिंग एंड सस्पेंडेड स्कैफोल्ड, ये भी मैं आपको, सो आई विल मेक इट क्लियर थ्रू द पिक्चर्स, है ना? पिक्चर दिखाऊंगा तो आपको ज़्यादा समझ में आ जाएगा. ठीक है, नोट कर लीजिए, यहाँ तक हो जाएगा तो बताइए. Noted? Okay, now see. देखो, sorry. This is called as fall arrest system. You can see that a person is working at very height and बहुत ऊंचे जगह पे काम कर रहा है. These are called as anchors. क्या बोलते हैं इसको? Anchors. Correct? These are basically connecting ropes or wires. Connecting wires कह लो, right? And these are basically harness, right? अब देख सकते हो ग्लव्स पहना है, बूट्स पहना है, हार्ड हैट पहना है, ठंड लग रही है तो जैकेट भी पहन लिया है, isn't it? So these are basically called as fall arrest system. इसी को बोलते हैं fall arrest system. जो गिरने से आपको बचाएगा ऐसा चीज, इसको हम लोग बेसिकली बोलते हैं fall arrest system. ठीक है, इसको बोलते हैं fall arrest system. Got it? Okay. Now I was talking about the scaffold. समझ गए fall arrest system क्या? So when you are working at a very height, then you have to use these kind of harnesses. Now this is called as static or fixed scaffold. ये है आपका fixed scaffold. Correct? Fixed scaffold. You can see that this is called as toe board. इसी को बोलते हैं toe board, जिस पे आदमी खड़ा होगा. Right? This is called as toe board. It is called as toe board, where the person will stand, and you can see that this is your guardrail, so that the person does not fall. Sorry, this is mid rail, not guardrail. Erase क्यों नहीं हो रहा है? Whatever. This is called as mid rail. Correct? And this top one, it is called as guardrail. इसको बोलते हैं guard rail. Correct? So this is called as fixed scaffold. Clear? आपने देखा होगा ये चीज. Next, this is called as rolling scaffold. Rolling scaffold. You can see that there are wheels connected to this. है ना? ये आपको wheel दिख रहा होगा. So these are the wheels. This is called as rolling scaffold. You will see this in the airport. Kind of airport में आपको बहुत commonly दिख जाएगा. Rolling scaffolds. Correct? So again you can see that this is the toe board, this is the mid rail, and this is the guardrail. Correct? So every scaffold must have mid rail, guardrail and toe board. And these are basically called as outriggers. इसको बोलते हैं outrigger. What is outrigger? Outrigger will help the rolling scaffold to remain static. क्योंकि रोल कर जाएगा ना ये चीज. तो आप ये देख सकते हो कि इस तरीके से we have the outstretch. So we have the outstretch so that the roller does not move. इसको बोलते हैं outrigger. Correct? For example, आपने देखा होगा excavators के अंदर there are hydraulics. When there is some work, the hydraulic will come and they will lift the excavator, or they will not allow the wheels to move. Those are basically called as outriggers. इसको क्या बोलते हैं? outrigger. So this is your rolling scaffold. Clear? This is called as suspended scaffold. It is called as suspended scaffold. Correct? It is called as suspended scaffold. You can see that again we have toe board, again we have guardrail, sorry, mid rail, and again we have guardrail. Correct? So this is the mid rail. ये जो cross दिख रहा है, this is the mid rail. This is the toe board where the people is standing or person is standing, and this is called as guardrail. Right? And you can see that according to the height, now you can see that there is a wire. Right? तो ये ऊपर नीचे अपने हिसाब से कहीं पे भी हम इसको लगा सकते हैं. This is basically, तो आपने देखा होगा कि nowadays बिल्डिंग जो होते हैं ना, बड़े बड़े बिल्डिंग में, तो जब इसका मेंटेनेंस होता है तो पर्सन विल हैंग इस तरीके से. ये आदमी ऐसे बैठ करके, है ना, ये सस्पेंडेड है ना, इस तरीके से वो सस्पेंड होकर के इसको नीचे गिराया जाता है. और पेंट करना जो भी करता है इंडिया में पैसों क्या बचत करने के लिए जनरली इस तरीके से यूज किया जाता है. बट इन इंडिया इफ यू सी दैट दे विल यूज दिस काइंड ऑफ प्लेटफॉर्म and a rope will be there and one single person will be sitting and they will be painting. So these are basically called as suspended scaffolds. Correct? Okay. तो अब देखते हैं जरा. तो यहाँ पे वही चीज मैंने यहाँ पे आपको दिखाया था कि यहाँ पे क्या होगा. So there will be a guard rail, isn't it? Mid rail and guard rail. इस और जो आदमी होगा, जो इंसान होगा, नाउ दे कैन इजीली, इजंट इट, और ये अपने आप को क्या करेगा, सो दिस इज अ ह्यूमन, सो दे विल यूज फॉल अरेस्ट सिस्टम एंड दे विल फिक्स इट, राइट। तो ये क्या हो गया आपका, सो दिस वन इज योर टो बोर्ड, दिस इज योर टो बोर्ड जिस पे आदमी खड़ा होगा, दिस इज योर मिड रेल बीच वाला, एंड दिस इज द गार्ड रेल, करेक्ट, एंड दिस इज योर फॉल अरेस्ट सिस्टम, फॉल अरेस्ट system, isn't it? So this is the fall arrest system. इसमें भी देख लेते what is the hazard and what is the precaution and all those stuff, correct? यहाँ तक तो clear हो गया चीज। ठीक, डन, ओके, नाउ so what is the hazard, effect and precaution, hazard, effect and precaution. so first hazard क्या है, falling, गिरने से, तो effect क्या हो जाएगा, it is injury और even death, injury और death है ना, डिपेंड करेगा how much height, प्रिकॉशन, पहला यूज, ओके, फॉल अरेस्ट सिस्टम while working above 6 feet, while working above 6 feet, 6 फीट के हाइट से आपको फॉल अरेस्ट सिस्टम पहनना अनिवार्य है। सेकेंड, check the scaffolds after every use, before every use, check the scaffold before every use, है ना, क्योंकि obviously मे बी कि फुटिंग उसका कमजोर हो गया हो, बारिश हुआ हो सकता स्लिपरी हो गया होगा, द कनेक्टिंग ropes maybe it has got damaged, so you have to check the scaffolds before every use. Third, always work in safe workload parameter, safe workload parameter, that is SWL. Now what is SWL? So SWL is equal to L plus D plus 4L, where D is called as dead load, D is called as dead load, that is load of scaffold, toe board, etc. That is load of scaffold, toe board, etc. Correct? And what is your live load? L is called as live load. Live load means that is load of worker, his equipment, etc. his equipments etc. करेक्ट. तो ये तीन चीज हमें ध्यान रखनी चाहिए. करेक्ट. सो दिस इज अ फॉलिंग. और दूसरा क्या होता है? कोलिजन. कोलिजन भी हो सकता है. इससे क्या हो जाएगा? इससे भी आदमी इंजर्ड हो सकता है, इंजरी. ठीक. इसके लिए आपको क्या करना चाहिए? कोलिजन अगर हो जाए, इससे बचने के लिए व्हाट यू हैव टू डू? ठीक है. सो बैरिकेड द प्रीमिसेस, बैरिकेड द प्रीमाइसेस. जहां पे काम चल रहा है वहां बैरिकेड कर दो. सेकेंड, यूज आउटरिगर्स. यूज साइनेज. है ना. साइनेज मतलब क्या हो गया? सिंबल्स. साइनेज दैट इज like caution, danger etc. caution, danger etc. ऐसा हम साइनेज यूज करेंगे. है ना. कोई आकर टकरा गया तो रोलर तो रोल करने लगेगा एंड सो ऑन. करेक्ट. सो दिस इज कॉल्ड एज scaffolds. Now coming to the third. ठीक है. यहां तक क्लियर है सबको? Clear till here everyone? Done? Okay. So next, third one, it is called as MEWP, mobile elevated work platform. Now what is that? So it is of two types. It is of two types. Number one, it is called as vertical ascending type. Vertical ascending type. And the second one, it is called as boom type. Boom type. Correct. Now what is a vertical ascending type? See. Right. So this is called as vertical ascending type. Fine. This is called as boom type. क्लियर? ओके, चलो मैं आपको पहले लेट मी शो यू. डन एवरीवन, बन गया पिक्चर? हुआ कि नहीं? ठीक है, देखो. ओके, इसके अंदर एक और चीज हम बना देते हैं, दैट इज कॉल्ड एज आउटरिगर. आउटरिगर इसमें आपको दिख जाएगा क्लियरली. One second. These are called as outriggers. है ना, इसको क्या कहते हैं? So we call this as outriggers. So these are the two type of done. Okay, तो यहाँ पे आदमी रहेगा ड्राइव करता हुआ, करेक्ट. सो दिस इज आउटरिगर्स. इसको क्या बोलते हैं? सो दीज आर कॉल्ड एज आउटरिगर्स. Outriggers. Now see, this is called as vertical ascending type. You can see that a person is standing here, right? This is called as vertical ascending type. It is toe board, mid rail, guardrail, correct? It is called as vertically ascending type. And this is called as boom type. Here also you can see that this is your toe board, mid rail, guardrail, correct? So this is called as boom type, correct? ये दोनों चीज इस्तेमाल होता है इंडस्ट्री के अंदर, राइट. नाउ सी, hazard, effect and precaution, correct? Hazard, effect and precaution. The first hazard is falling, गिरना, injury or death. Precaution, use fall arrest system. Use fall arrest system, number 1. Always work in SWR, safe workload parameters. SWR parameter, correct? Okay. Second क्या हो सकता है? collision, effect, injury. Precaution, barricade the premises, barricade the area. Use outriggers. Use signage, boards, etc. करेक्ट, ये हो गया. डन. Fourth one is ladder. It can be two types. The first one is straight या extended ladder. Straight or extended ladder. कैसा होता है वो? सीढ़ियाँ तो आपने देखी होंगी. ये हो गया straight or extended ladder. Second is your step ladder. करेक्ट. अच्छा, इसको बोलते रंग. RUNG, रंग्स. रंग्स. जल्दी नोट करो. ऋत्विक नैन, मुझे पता है कि आपके लैपटॉप का स्पेस खराब है. ठीक है, नोट कर लो. हो गया? डन एवरीवन? ठीक है, चलो देखो लैडर, फाइन. Now one thing that you have to see, observe in this, see this is a ladder, this is called a step ladder. कौन सा ladder है? This is your step ladder, correct? And these are called as rung, R-U-N-G. Rungs कह लो, plural, rungs, singular, rung, correct? Okay. This is called as straight ladder. This is called as straight ladder. Extension ladder are used by the internet guy. आपने देखा होगा, एक्चुअली मेरे पास पिक्चर नहीं है. अगर इफ यू सी द एक्सटेंशन लैडर, तो जहाँ पे इंटरनेट के लिए पोल पे लगाते हैं ना, सो दे विल एक्सटेंड द लैडर up to certain height, and again they can compress it and they can easily, this is a portable, right? So this is basically a straight ladder. Now one thing that you can observe here, एक चीज देखो, लैडर इस्तेमाल करने के पीछे भी कहानी है. You can see that दोनों पैर, the feet of the person is resting on the same rung, and one hand here, and this is another hand which is for the working. So that means it is called as 3-point contact rule. It is called as 3-point contact rule. मैं लिखवा दूंगा, I will make it right. So 3-point contact rule, that means minimum 3 points should be connected to the ladder while working on a ladder. ऐसा नहीं कि दो पैर रखे और दो हाथ से काम कर रहे, no, not allowed. So for safety, these two any three there should be 3 point of contact, right? This is called as 3-point rule. You can see that this person, one hand, two legs, these are connected to the ladder. So this is basically 3-point rule. And what is called as 4:1 ratio rule? What is that? The height and the footing length from the wall, it should be making ratio of 4:1, correct? And you should never step on this, you should never step on this top 3 rungs, right? Otherwise it will topple. And for top 2 rungs for a step ladder, right? So ये सारा चीज मैं आपको लिखवा दूंगा. This is called as 3-point rule and this is called as 4:1 ratio, right? Okay. So देखो यहाँ पे लैडर के लिए correct, hazard, effect, precaution, correct. hazard क्या है? गिर सकता आदमी, falling. effect, injury. precaution, follow 3-point contact rule. What is 3-point contact rule? So if this is the ladder, let us say this is the surface. So always maintain 3-point contact. One leg here, second leg here, hand, correct? So 3-point contact. So this is your 1 point, this is 2nd point, and this is 3 point. 1, 2, 3, correct? And always maintain 4:1. If this is 4 unit, so this must be your 1 unit, correct? Second, always maintain 4:1 ratio rule, correct? Never step on top 3 rungs in case of straight or extension ladder, straight or extension ladder, and top two rungs in step ladder. So this is your about ladder, सीढ़ी के लिए. So write it down. Okay, next fifth one, correct. So fifth one is called as trenching. What is trenching? Trenching is excavation. It is a deep excavation, deep excavation in which depth is greater than, in which depth is larger than width of trench, right. For example, right. So this is the depth and this is the width. So this is called as trench, right. To lay pipelines like gas pipeline, water pipeline, sewer pipeline, right. So we have to put we have to go for trenching, right. Now what is the problem with the trench is that these soils are very loose. If the soils are loose, the soil will fall on this person and the person will get entrapped, है ना. Due to the loose soil, there will be kind of landslide, right. So there will be sliding of the soil and the person who is working in this trench it will get entrapped, right. So that is called as trenching. Fine. So what is the hazard and what is the precaution that I have to take, right? So that we have to check. Correct? Hazard, effect, and then precaution. Hazard is entrapment under soil. Hazard क्या है? So here entrapment under soil. Entrapment under soil. तो आदमी इंजर्ड भी हो सकता है या फिर डेथ भी हो सकता है ड्यू टू सफोकेशन, ड्यू टू डेथ. So what is precaution? The first one, it is called as sloping. If possible, you slope it, or shoring, or shielding. These are the three things that you have to do. Now what is basically shoring, shielding and all those stuff? Right. So what is shoring, what is shielding and what is sloping? So let us discuss that also. देखो sloping क्या होता है? First one is your sloping. Correct. If possible, do the sloping. Sloping means so if the person is here, so there will be no entrapment. It is called as sloping. Correct? Okay. Now what is your shoring? I will show you picture also. It will become more clear. Shoring. So it primarily it avoids collapsing. Primarily it is done to avoid collapse. इसमें क्या होता है ये देख लेते हैं. Right, it is called as shoring. Picture दिखाएंगे तो ज़्यादा clear हो जाएगा. So this is called as shoring. And the third one, it is called as shielding. Now why shielding is used? So shielding is done primarily to safeguard worker. Primarily done to safeguard the worker. इसमें क्या करते हैं? right? So you draw this one, I will show you the picture, then it will become more clear, है ना? Shoring क्या होता है, shielding क्या होता है, and those stuff. अभी यहीं पे हो आप लोग, जल्दी करो. Done. Now see, निष्ठा गोयल, सर हाउ वुड शील्डिंग सेव फ्रॉम ट्रेंचिंग? सी, पिक्चर से क्लियर होगा चीज. This is called as trenching. You can see that there is some excavation going on, right? आपको दिख रहा होगा. This is called as trench, in which this width, you can see that this is the depth, isn't it? And this is the width. So these pipelines, it may be due to the gas, maybe for the gas pipeline, maybe for the sewer, maybe for the electrical cables and so on. So that means you can see that this is your trench, correct? This is called as trenching. Now this is called as sloping. This is called as sloping. You can see that there is certain angle, right? It is called as sloping. So therefore the person who is going to work here, they will not get entrapped in the soil. It is called as sloping. क्या बोलते हैं इसको? Sloping बोलते हैं. Correct? It is called as sloping. Correct? Okay. Now this is called as shoring. Shoring, you can see that there is a big wall, right? So there big wall has been constructed. The wall should not come towards this side, right? So it should not fall. So shoring has been done. है ना, इस तरीके से प्लैंक को लगाया गया है. The rods, the iron bars has been kept like this, right? So you have seen that in the cases also, in the जब हम लोग गेट, बड़े बड़े लोहे के गेट लगाए जाते हैं, राइट? सो एनी बिग हेवी गेट इज कनेक्टेड और इट इज इंस्टॉल्ड इन द हाउस, सो दे यूज दिस काइंड ऑफ थिंग सो दैट इट डज नॉट फॉल वन साइड. सो दैट इज कॉल्ड एज शोरिंग. इसको बोलते हैं शोरिंग. इट इज प्राइमरीली अवॉइड कोलैप्स, ये गिरने से बचाता है. until and unless this concrete becomes stabilized, till then this bars will be connected like this. This is called as shoring. And this is called as shielding. Shielding में क्या? You can see that the depth, you can check it. It is very depth. That means the worker is working in a high depth, right? So obviously this soil, there is a possibility that this soil will fall, isn't it? There is a possibility that this soil will fall. So if the worker has to work, so what will they do? They will use planks over here. You can see that these planks, and this can be hydraulic also. This can be hydraulic or it can be static also, right? So they are going to connect, so that now you can see that these are the basically planks that are basically put over here, and the bars has been connected. This can be hydraulic also, so that it does not allow the soil to come here. Now the person can easily go inside and can work, right? So this is called as shielding. So क्या बोलते हैं? Shielding बोलते हैं. It is called as shielding. Clear? So this is called as shielding. आई बात समझ में? Right. This is called as shielding. Okay, I hope it is clear now. Okay, so this is basically sloping, shoring and shielding. ठीक, तो कौन सा नंबर था? 5 था शायद, isn't it? Yes, 5th. The 6th one is your PPE. PPE, पर्सनल प्रोटेक्टिव इक्विपमेंट. कोरोना में बहुत बटा था ये, पर्सनल प्रोटेक्टिव इक्विपमेंट. पर्सनल प्रोटेक्टिव इक्विपमेंट. देखो पीपी जो होता है, इट इज बेसिकली इट इज गिवन बाय एम्प्लॉयर टू एम्प्लॉई फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट, and these PPE must be with the worker all time, must be with the worker all the time, and they must not share with each other, and they must not share it with each other. Correct? So it is of two types. It is of two types. What are those? The first one, it is called as non-respiratory type, मतलब जिसका सांसों से कोई लेना देना नहीं है, नॉन रेस्पिरेटरी टाइप. करेक्ट? इसमें कौन कौन से आते हैं? फॉर एग्जाम्पल नंबर 1, इट इज योर eye and face protection. Correct? So for example, face and eye shield. Correct? Eye and face protection, जैसे for example face and eye shield, or you can say that safety glasses. Correct? Eye and face protection. यहाँ तक नोट कर लीजिए पहले. मैं तो एनजी बहुत दिनों के बाद आए हो. आपने क्लास की थी मुझे याद है, टेक्निकल क्लास. तो मैं तो यू कैन कॉन्टैक्ट द मैनेजमेंट, राइट? है कि नहीं? तो चलो ठीक है. देखो आई एंड फेस प्रोटेक्शन, फेस एंड आई शील्ड, सेफ्टी ग्लास, देखते रहो. इसको बोलते हैं पीपी. दिस इज कॉल्ड एज पर्सनल प्रोटेक्टिव इक्विपमेंट. यू कैन सी दैट दिस इज द boots, right? So this is a hand gloves, these are hard hats, face mask, eye shield, ear plugs, visible clothes, safety gloves, है ना? These are all called as PPE. तो इस तरीके से चीजें मिल जाती है. Now this is your, you can see that face and eye shield, है ना? तो जैसे वेल्डिंग इंडस्ट्री में काम कर रहा है तो देख के पता चला है. सो फेस एंड आई शील्ड, करेक्ट? ये हो गया पहला पीपी, नॉन रेस्पिरेटरी, क्योंकि इसका ऑक्सीजन से लेना देना नहीं है. सेकेंड वन, यू कैन सी दैट दिस इज योर एंटी स्लिपरी बूट्स. सेकेंड क्या है? दीज आर बेसिकली फुट प्रोटेक्शन. तो इसके लिए क्या इस्तेमाल करोगे? सो यू आर गोइंग टू यूज एंटी स्लिपरी बूट्स. तो सेकेंड जो है बी, इट इज योर फुट प्रोटेक्शन, फुट प्रोटेक्शन. So that means boots we can use, correct? C, correct? C, this is your hand protection gloves, isn't it? So these are basically gloves that the persons are wearing. Correct. तो थर्ड क्या है हमारे पास? थर्ड है हमारे पास हैंड प्रोटेक्शन. थर्ड इज योर हैंड प्रोटेक्शन. सो दैट इज ग्लव्स. करेक्ट. डी. हैंड प्रोटेक्शन, ग्लव्स हो गया. नेक्स्ट, दिस इज योर हेड प्रोटेक्शन. देखो सर पे पीला रंग का टोपी है, ब्लू रंग का टोपी है. दिस इज कॉल्ड एज हार्ड हैट्स. क्या बोलते हैं इसको? हार्ड हैट्स. सी, इट इज योर हेड प्रोटेक्शन. हेड प्रोटेक्शन, इसके लिए हम लोग क्या यूज करते हैं? वी यूज हार्ड हैट्स. हेलमेट नहीं बोलते इसको, हार्ड हैट्स बोलते हैं. ठीक है. अब देखो इसके अंदर जो है हार्ड हैट्स के बारे में कुछ चीजें हैं. So hard hats can be three types. Hard hats can be three types. कौन कौन से हैं? The first one, it is called as class A या फिर G. Correct. Similarly, we have class B and E, and finally we have class C. करेक्ट. तो सबसे पहले देख लेते क्लास बी एंड ई. सो इट इज द हार्डेस्ट ऑफ ऑल एंड प्रोवाइड्स 22 kV इंसुलेशन. 22 kV इंसुलेशन. 22 kV मतलब किलो वोल्ट, 22 किलो वोल्ट. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, जो इलेक्ट्रिक ट्रेन रन करती है ओवरहेड ट्रांसमिशन लाइन, इट इज अराउंड 22 to 25 kV. जितने भी रेलवे इंजिन्स इंडियन रेलवेज में चलती है, इसके ऊपर आपने देखा इलेक्ट्रिक ट्रेन जहां पे पेंटाग्राफ टच करता है जिस वायर को, इट इज अबाउट 22 to 25 kV के बीच में होता है वो. 22 kV यानी 22,000 वोल्ट. 22 kV, kV मतलब किलो मतलब हजार. सो 22 kV इंसुलेशन. ठीक है. सेकेंड, क्लास ए और जी, इट इज हार्ड एनफ एंड प्रोवाइड्स 2200 वोल्ट इंसुलेशन. करेक्ट. थर्ड, क्लास सी, it has least hard amongst all and provides no insulation. ठीक है. नेक्स्ट, ई. राइट. नाउ दिस इज कॉल्ड एज ईयर प्रोटेक्शन. इसको बोलते हैं ईयर प्लग. दिस इज योर ईयर प्रोटेक्शन, ईयर प्लग्स. करेक्ट. सो वी हैव ईयर प्रोटेक्शन. Ear protection, right? So we use headphones, ear plugs, etc. Correct. Ear protection. Next, दिस इज कॉल्ड एज फॉल अरेस्ट सिस्टम. ये तो आपने देखा ही है. दिस आर कॉल्ड एज फॉल अरेस्ट सिस्टम. करेक्ट. सो फॉल अरेस्ट सिस्टम, these are also basically PPE. Correct. Fall arrest system. Next is your glowing vests. ये देखो ये चमकता रहता है ये चीज. Right. So glowing vests. Correct. Glowing vests. राइट। अच्छा, फॉल अरेस्ट सिस्टम में क्या होता है? एंकर्स, कनेक्टिंग रोप्स और वायर्स, कनेक्टिंग वायर्स, हार्नेसेस etc. correct? For visible aid and protecting overhanging clothes, है ना। हैंगिंग क्लोथ, ओवर हैंगिंग क्लोथ मतलब हो गया कि जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल आदमी शर्ट पहना लेकिन हाथ का बटन नहीं लगा है तो क्या होगा? हैंग करेगा। सो इफ ही इज गोइंग टू परफॉर्म एनी वर्क इन द मशीन, या फिर कोई लुंगी पहन के चला गया, कोई धोती पहन के चला गया मशीन के पास, तो धोती या लुंगी या फिर हैंड क्या जो कपड़ा है वो चपेट में आ जाएगा मशीन में, तो फिर क्या होगा? इट विल बिकम फैटल। सो दे हैव टू वोर सम, ये क्या बोलते हैं उसको, दे हैव टू वोर सम काइंड ऑफ वेस्ट्स, जरूरी नहीं कि ग्लोइंग वेस्ट हो, सम काइंड ऑफ वेस्ट, सो दैट ओवर हैंगिंग क्लोथ्स बिल्कुल ये क्या हो जाए? बंद हो जाए, है ना। सो दैट देयर विल बी नो ओवर हैंगिंग क्लोथ्स। एंड जैसे पेस्ट कंट्रोल वाले जो होते हैं ना, वो लोग पहनते हैं इस तरीके से ग्लोइंग वेस्ट्स। ठीक है, या फिर ग्लोइंग वेस्ट कह सकते हैं, या फिर एप्रॉन भी कह सकते हैं, यू कैन कॉल इट एज एप्रॉन, क्योंकि हमेशा जरूरी नहीं है कि आपको ग्लोइंग वेस्ट ही पहनना हो, है ना, क्योंकि ओवर हैंगिंग क्लोथ्स को बचाने के लिए एप्रॉन्स यूज किए जाते हैं, उसमें ग्लो करने की जरूरत नहीं है, राइट। सो द पेस्ट कंट्रोल आपने देखा होगा, वो लोग क्या करते हैं? दे यूज द एप्रॉन्स पूरा, ताकि बाहर जो है कपड़े जो है वो बाहर की तरफ ना आ जाए, है ना, क्योंकि वो मशीन के चपेटे में पकड़ अगर आ गया तो फिर वो दिक्कत हो सकता है। करेक्ट। सो दीज आर द बेसिकली नॉन रेस्पिरेटरी टाइप। सेकेंड वन इट इज कॉल्ड एज रेस्पिरेटरी टाइप। नॉन रेस्पिरेटरी हो गया। सेकेंड वन इट इज कॉल्ड एज रेस्पिरेटरी टाइप, मतलब जो सांसों से लेना देना जिसका है, रेस्पिरेटरी टाइप पीपी। इसमें दो आते हैं, द फर्स्ट वन इज कॉल्ड एज फेस मास्क एंड द सेकेंड वन इज कॉल्ड एज ऑक्सीजन सिलेंडर। चलो इसको ABCD करके लिखा है ना, ए फेस मास्क, सेकेंड इज योर ऑक्सीजन सिलेंडर। ऑक्सीजन सिलेंडर जहां पे ऑक्सीजन की कमी हो, फॉर एग्जांपल माइनिंग इंडस्ट्री, मरीन इंडस्ट्री, फेस मास्क वेयर देयर टॉक्सिक गैसेस, राइट। सो जहां वेयर टॉक्सिक गैसेस, फ्यूम्स, डस्ट्स एटसेट्रा, मरीन, माइनिंग एटसेट्रा। राइट। सो यू कैन सी दैट, ये वाला देखो, ये क्या ऑक्सीजन सिलेंडर लेके बेचारा बैठा हुआ है, ऑक्सीजन सिलेंडर, ऑक्सीजन सिलेंडर। दिस इज योर फेस मास्क, दिस इज योर फेस मास्क, टॉक्सिक गैसेस, फ्यूम्स, डस्ट, है ना, इस सब से बचने के लिए, राइट। नाउ द लास्ट ऑफ दिस चैप्टर इज योर सेफ्टी इन डिमोलिशन। ठीक है, safety in demolition, correct. Demolition can be done in three ways, तीन तरीके से कोई भी बिल्डिंग या फिर किसी स्ट्रक्चर को तोड़ा जा सकता है। The first it is called as manual demolition, correct. Second one it is called as explosive demolition, and the third one it is called as using rake ball or rake ball demolition, So let me show you with the pictures. फॉल अरेस्ट सिस्टम का हार्नेसेस, HARNESSES, हार्नेसेस, हार्नेस। So done everyone? Okay. Third demolition, okay. Rake ball demolition. So safety in demolition. Precaution while demolition. Precaution while demolition. Now before precaution, let me show you some slides. ये देखो. This is called as manual demolition, right? So this is your manually, the person is demolishing some building, manual demolition. This is your explosive demolition, correct? They will use explosive to demolish. This is your rake ball. So you can see that there is a steel ball, right? So it swings, pendulum की तरह it will swing and it will hit the floor or the building and it will break, right? Okay, fine. Now what are the precautions while demolition? See, first thing, barricade the premises, and use signboards, glowing stickers, red lights. Second, no trespassing is allowed. ऐसा नहीं है, trespassing मतलब हो रहा है कि if some work is going on, so the आम पब्लिक के लिए खुला हुआ नहीं, so the person should not come and visit and take the selfie and make some. Yes, Noida twin tower explosion जो हुआ था, that was also example of explosion, correct? Third, use PPE while working. Fourth, use certain symbols like danger, caution, etc. on the barricade area. Correct? So precaution. Next, methods to demolition. How you are going to demolish a building. किसी building को हम कैसे demolish करते हैं. So methods to demolition. First step, remove loose plasters. Glass, plastics, etc. from the building. किसी building को तोड़ने के लिए what we have to do? It should have the only concrete structure. Remaining thing you have to remove it. ऐसा नहीं है कि दरवाजा खिड़की सब लगा तोड़ते जा रहे हैं. No, we never do that. So the removable items like doors, windows, glass, panes, everything has to be removed first. That means only concrete structure should be there. है ना, सिर्फ कंक्रीट दिखना चाहिए, बाकी सब चीज पहले हटा देते हैं. सो रिमूव लूज प्लास्टर्स, ग्लास, प्लास्टिक्स एटसेट्रा फ्रॉम द बिल्डिंग. डोर्स, विंडोज भी आ गया. सेकंड, ऑलवेज डिमोलिश फ्रॉम टॉप टू बॉटम. ऑलवेज डिमोलिश फ्रॉम टॉप टू बॉटम. है ना, ऐसा नहीं कि नीचे से तोड़ते हुए ऊपर जा रहे हैं. नीचे तोड़ोगे तो पूरा का पूरा बिल्डिंग गिर जाएगा. Isn't it? Third, after every demolition द स्ट्रक्चर मस्ट बी स्टेबल, ऐसा नहीं हो कि एक तोड़े और सब गिर लड़खड़ा के गिर गया, नो, ताश के पत्तों की तरह, नो। आफ्टर एवरी डिमोलिशन द स्ट्रक्चर मस्ट बी स्टेबल, द स्ट्रक्चर मस्ट बी स्टेबल, करेक्ट। हर डिमोलिशन के बाद स्ट्रक्चर शुड बी स्टेबल। यूज प्रॉपर कवरिंग and water jets to settle down dust, or so use proper covering and water jets to settle down dust, Fifth, priority of demolition, or what we can say that order of demolition, correct. So first you have to break the balconies or cantilever beams, then secondary beams, then primary beams, and then finally column, correct. So this should be the order of demolition, ठीक है। ऐसा नहीं कि कहीं भी कुछ भी तोड़ना फोड़ना शुरू कर दिए, है ना, बंदर थोड़े कि कुछ भी कहीं से भी शुरू हो जाओगे, करेक्ट। हाँ, ये अब देखो क्या होता है, बालकनीज कैंटिलीवर, फॉर एग्जांपल सी हियर, दिस इज अ बेसिकली कॉल्ड एज फाउंडेशन, इसको बोलते हैं फाउंडेशन। दिस इज कॉल्ड एज कॉलम, जिसको आम भाषा में पिलर भी बोलते हैं, है ना। तो जमीन के नीचे जो होता है उसको बोलते हैं बेसिकली फाउंडेशन। सो देयर इज अ कॉलम, और जिसको हम लोग पिलर भी बोलते हैं। दिस ग्रीन कलर आर कॉल्ड एज प्राइमरी बीम्स, जिसके ऊपर जो कॉलम जो होता है, इसके ऊपर जो होता है इसको बोलते हैं प्राइमरी बीम। एंड दीज आर बेसिकली कॉल्ड एज सेकेंडरी बीम्स, इसको बोलते हैं सेकेंडरी बीम्स, राइट। सो व्हेन यू आर गोइंग टू डिमोलिश, डोंट ब्रेक दिस वन फर्स्ट, टांग तोड़ोगे तो सीधा सीधी आप ही के ऊपर गिरेगा। सो फर्स्ट यू हैव टू रिमूव द बालकनीज। अच्छा, अब मान लो कि सपोज स्ट्रक्चर यहीं तक है, लेट अस कंसीडर द मेन स्ट्रक्चर इज स्टिल हियर, सो दीज आर बेसिकली योर ओवरहैंगिंग स्ट्रक्चर, राइट। इस पे भी हम लोग बालकनी बना देते हैं, है ना। सो ओवरहैंगिंग स्ट्रक्चर पे वी कंस्ट्रक्ट बालकनी, और दीज आर बेसिकली कॉल्ड एज कैंटिलीवर बीम्स, राइट। तो सबसे पहले जो ओवरहैंगिंग स्ट्रक्चर इसको तोड़ो, आफ्टर दैट यू ब्रेक द सेकेंडरी बीम्स, राइट, देन प्राइमरी बीम्स, एंड देन फाइनली यू हैव टू ब्रेक द कॉलम, करेक्ट। तो ये चीज है, यही चीज मैंने लिखा है, पहले बालकनीज या कैंटिलीवर बीम्स टू बी ब्रोकन, देन सेकेंडरी बीम्स, देन प्राइमरी बीम्स, एंड देन कॉलम, करेक्ट। So this is the basically method of demolition. So with this we finish today's session, and forever the drawing is complete, right. So I hope you all the best for your examination. If any have doubt, you can contact me at my telegram at the _ahil_sarkar, or you can also telegram me at himadri_shekhar, right. So this is my telegram ID, right. So thank you, all the best for your future. See you soon. If anybody has any doubt, we can discuss, else the class is over. For the next schedule, you will be आपका जो next class है project management चल रहा है ना, so in that class your tomorrow schedule will be told, है ना। कल आपका जो morning में क्या लगेगा that will be announced in the 1 to 5 में जो project management है उसमें बताया जाएगा, right. So that is ऑल अबाउट, करेक्ट। तो अटेंड प्रोजेक्ट मैनेजमेंट, उसमें आपको पता चल जाएगा व्हाट इज द नेक्स्ट सब्जेक्ट इन द मॉर्निंग सेशन, करेक्ट। चलो फिर